Originating from the cloudy planet Altair, the proud Alkari are an old race of avian hominids. Although well known for their peaceful disposition, they are fierce in combat, and will rarely back out of a fight if they believe they have just cause. The Skylord rules over the flock uncontested. He is the de facto commander of all Alkari fleets, crewed by highly skilled and disciplined soldiers. Their pilots are among the finest in the galaxy. Alkari religion permeates every aspect of their culture, and their zeal can oftentimes be confused with fanaticism. They believe the god of sky created the Alkari to gaze over every horizon, and have been driven into space to fulfill that calling. Time beyond measure have the honorable Alkari roosted on the craggy peaks of Altair. Through honor and discipline, their proud lineage mastered the skies, and with them all that which lays below, but their hearts yearn for ever wider horizons. It is time now for the Alkari flock to put their abilities to the ultimate test, to soar beyond their golden clouds and seek out new skylines in the endless wild black yonder. The harsh Ursa system is home to the Bulrathi, a ferocious warrior race committed to the preservation of nature. Fearless and brutal in combat, they rely on their strength to overcome opponents, while their heavily armored fleets withstand wave after wave of enemy attacks. Fiercely territorial, they are usually reluctant to strike the first blow, but they will go toe-to-toe with anyone who wanders into their domain. Their rich spiritual life revolves around the Hag, an elder who speaks for nature itself. It was the will of the Hag that pushed the Bulrathi into space, as they sought to place the entire galaxy under their protection by any means necessary. Devoted for millennia to the conservation of their home planet Ursa, the hulking Bulrathi are a fierce kin. The will of the spirits is revealed to them through the Hag, an elder shamanic guide who speaks for all living things. She has now called on the Emperor of the Bulrathi to take this message beyond Ursa, to ensure the survival of the wilds, and put the whole galaxy under their protection by any means necessary. After ages of internal conflict, and faced with dwindling natural resources on their home planet of Earth, humanity finally came together to form a consolidated government, replacing the many nations once dotting its political landscape. This new government brought unification, eroding long-held distinctions based on race, color, creed, and gender. Humanity thrived and at long last reached for the stars. Now, out of the Sol system, the human republic arises. The human republic. Fulfilling a dream once thought impossible, all of mankind has come together as a single world of traders and diplomats, explorers and scientists, pressing toward the final frontier. Venturing forth from their blue planet Earth, they now seek to explore space, discover ancient civilizations, and coexist peacefully with their neighbors from a position of strength and solidarity. The blazing savannas of Fieras gave rise to the ruthless warriors known as the Mrrshan. But their hot temper almost proved to be their undoing. After years on the brink of civil war, the Mrrshan Empress now rules over her pride without question. Mrrshans are willful and independent, and their long history as hunters has shaped their culture fittingly. They see themselves as the peak of predators, and any other life form who crosses their path is regarded as fair game. They often strike out against even their closest allies just for the sport of battle. They are easily offended and will pursue relentlessly anyone they feel has slighted them, heedless of the consequences. Spawned from ancient predators on savage Fieras, the arrogant warriors of the matriarchal Mrrshan pride have long lived on the brink of war. Thirsty for power, their claws always ready for the next kill. With the discovery of interstellar travel, their ruthless gaze has turned to the stars. Now the pride stalks the galaxy, prowling in search of the ultimate game. Under the supervision of the controller at Mentar, a sprawling network of Psilon communities comprise the Quanta. Devoted to the unraveling of the mysteries of the universe, each quantum investigates independently in order to contribute to the knowledge of the whole. The Psilon are a peaceful race and only keep fleets of highly advanced warships as defensive measures. Brilliant researchers, they are often ahead in the technological race, yet seldom seem to take advantage of their superiority. Instead, they prefer to trade for new discoveries while shielding themselves from the rest of the galaxy in order to continue investigating in peace. The Psilon have looked to the stars above Mentar and wondered. Generation after generation, the isolated Psilon quantums strived to unravel the mysteries surrounding them, to add an iota to their combined knowledge. Now the time has come for the Psilon Quanta to go beyond in their search for answers, to travel to the deepest reaches of the galaxy and solve the enigma at its core. Primal in their ways, the cold-blooded Sakkra from the planet Sla seem uncouth and unenlightened to many of the other races. However, their hulking forms and rustic rituals belie an enduring memory that has helped them reach the stars. They are lorded over by the hierarch, a long-lived progenitor, and in a very literal sense, the father to much of the brood. His main concern is for his offspring, whether acquiring colonies for them to reproduce or securing the resources necessary for their survival. It follows that the hierarch adopts a familiar and fatherly tone towards those he regards as allies. To the Sakkra, everyone is either part of the family or a hated enemy. While the sun scorched the harsh surface of Sla, the Sakkra brood multiplied in their underground caverns. It was not long before even the largest grottos and the deepest ravines were crowded with their ever-increasing numbers, and food became a precious commodity. With greater numbers of mouths to feed, the brood now pours out from their caves to the stars in search of new dens for its families.